back at the start, 1765, that's when Anthony Bacon signed the lease for get control of the Cyfarthfa landscape. That's a lease for extracting minerals, anything for the whole sweep of the Taff all the way down the west bank. 99 years for a few quid. But his agent here in building the ironworks was Charles Wood. Very interesting character, because he was 60 at the time. He was almost in retirement, if you like, but he was still looking to develop a new and improved way of making iron and improving the quality of iron as well as the quantity of iron. And that method, known as a potting and stamping method, was introduced here, pioneered here at the new ironworks designed by Charles Wood, and became a standard for really for the iron industry for about 25 years. And that saw the big developments, the expansion of ironworks, and of course the huge trade in cannons and munitions that was fueled by the wars of independence and the French Revolutionary Wars of the time. The River Taff was hugely important for Cyfarthfa Ironworks and also for the Plymouth Ironworks down at Pentrabark, because that supplied, the water that they needed for power and for all sorts of uses in the iron foundries. So they really depended on it, and that's why Charles Wood commissioned workers to construct a leat from up above Kevin Coyd from the Taff Bower. And Wood himself, in order to map it out and make sure that they got the levels right, he in his diary of 1766 he recorded how he and a colleague walked up the River Taff. So they walked up the bed all the way from the ironworks as we know now up to what became Kevin Coyd, and 120 years later to where the railway viaduct was built. So he did that to make sure and map out the fall of the river and the distance needed for the leat, which had two tunnels.
I mean, one of the things he suffered from was the vagaries of some local workers, if you like, skilled men, bricklayers, stonemasons and so forth, because they would at times decide to go and have a drink. And he'd put in his diary that, and he'd name them, wouldn't he? Couldn't turn up for work because they'd been out drinking. So it was that person. This diary was very important in showing how he started that works there and some of the technical stuff that's really involved in the whole thing. But he also did the little personal stories, about these guys just didn't come into work.